Okay, so I'll share my screen. Okay, we'll go here. So now we will see what is CSS properties. Whoever not attend the classes at the morning session, don't worry. I will share the PPT and also the recording session. So from next Monday onwards, please try to join as soon as possible. Okay. Otherwise, it will be somewhat difficulty to understand the concepts. So see here, I'm going to that is we are going to learn about CSS variables. How we can create a CSS variables. Okay. Let's just go here. This is a custom CSS variables. Okay, so we're going to create a custom properties. So this is the thing you are going to create for CSS variables. Let's see how we'll create this. Okay, first thing is, as usual, you can create some elements. Okay, I'm going to create some paragraph slash paragraph. Okay, in this I'll mention some ID. Okay, so I'm mentioning this to be a A. Just copy this, B and C. So I'm taking some three paragraphs. Okay. So this is A and this is B. And for third, paragraph, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it within a container slash div. So here I'm giving a ID name as container. Okay. And this is going to be a C paragraph. So this is what a custom variable. Okay. So in this custom variables, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give some that is predefined or customized variables. So how we can do this, go to this style. Okay. So what I'm giving is just I'm going to give it as colon root. Okay. So colon root in the sense it is going to save the root values, what you are going to specify. Okay. Just go and give colon root. So within this, no, actually, this is one of the interview things. So if you're trying to create some website, they will see whether you are using this or not. Okay. So the first thing is I used to use hyphen. So double hyphen, and you can give whatever the name you want. So it is a customized thing. So I'm giving it as a first, or I'm going with um, color one. I'm giving some colors. Okay. So let it be 27F. Okay. And so this is the name, whatever you can give, but before that you have to use this hyphens, double hyphens. And next is I'm going to give a color 2. So color 2 again, see here, I'm just giving some color. So hash EE, and then I'm giving 6. I'm just closing this root. So this is a default one. You can use it for any paragraph or container, whatever it may. You can use it over any places because while you're designing a web page, you can feel that my website should have two colors alone. So I don't want any other colors for my backgrounds. So in that time, in that point of view, you may use this kind of customized variables. Okay. So just go there. I'm giving hash a. Okay, and I'm using hash b, and then hash c. Then I have one more thing called as container, hash container. Okay, these are the some four things I'm going to specify here. See here, I need some background color. Okay, background color as variable. So this is the way you will define your customized variable. So what is a customized variable name? So I've given it as color one, right? So hyphen color one, and then so again I'm just copying this, the text color in this variable. I'm just giving it as color 2, and here also the same thing applies. I can use it wherever I want. Just copy this, paste it here, copy and paste it here also. I'm going to use the background color, or you can go with the get set sub color here. So the color in the sense you can give some different first color in ash container if possible. So let's check first. So yeah. So I didn't mention any text. 1 second. So see here, you can see for each and everything, I will not be get confused what color I'm using, what the thing I'm using. See here, so everything has been a customized variable. Just you need to use a root. Okay, so you need to use a colon root, and what is your that is customized name, and then you can give any kind of values here. Okay, and just you need to, while applying, what you have to do, you have to mention the variable function. Okay, within that you need to give the that is this variable customized variable name. Have you all understood what it is? Yes or no? Guys, do you understand why we are going for this? Yes, can you hear me? Do you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
any doubts? Understood this concept?
Ma'am.
Yes or no? Sorry, your voice is breaking. Do you want me to repeat this concept? Because this is while trying to create a website, so they definitely ask you this question. So how will you use this variable function, and how will you use this? Understood what it is? This is the customized variables. This is a customized variable you're using to create a some property values. What are the properties value you can give? Clear, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So any doubts in this? Anything? So this is a reality thing which I'm trying to teach you. Okay. Okay. I hope everyone understood this concept. So we'll move on to the next thing. So this is not only so the mostly we'll use this concept to have some colors. Okay. So mainly we'll use this to make a colors. And next important real time interview question is, okay, the next thing is learn about text overflow. So next one is we are going to see about text overflow. So text overflow in the sense, for example, I have some text and I just want to make it short, or I want it as a dotted lines. So how I'm going to do? Okay, so that is all about this text overflow properties. In this we have some value text overflow property. Nothing but, so the first one is clip, ellipsis, and this is the last one is we have something called dotted lines. So how will you use this? Okay, so first thing is I'm going to create some paragraph in the body element, or I'll go with a container. So div container is fswd. Okay, or we can take it like this: full stack web development slash div. Okay, and I'm just copying this, paste. Okay, so within this I have something class name as class equals to a, class equals to b. Okay, there are totally we have some three classes which I have created. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some text overflow properties. Okay, just I'm going to apply some text overflow property. Just go here for the first div element. Okay, so div dot a, or you can directly use dot e. Okay, so in this dot a, I'm going to set the white space. So white space in the sense nothing but the space. See here. So this is called as a white space. So I'm setting the white space to be no wrap. Just understand what are the things we need to make the text ellipsis. For that, first thing is we need white space, no wrap. Okay, next I'm setting the width to be 60 pixels and overflow. So I don't want my overflow to be shown. So I want to be hidden the text. Okay, first is white space. I don't want that, and overflow should be hidden, and I'm giving the text to overflow value as I'm going to clip the text after the overflow. So I'm giving the width as 60 pixels, right? So after the 60 pixel, I have some content. So I don't want that content to be shown. So for that purpose, I'm going with the overflow as hidden, and then I'm going to clip it. And if you want, you can set some border. So I'm setting some border, solid blue. Let's check the output. see here. So in this output, you can see this full stack web development. So this web development has been hidden, and you can also see that is our width is 50 pixels. So if you right click and check, inspect, click here, and it is around some. So that border, values also got calculated. That is some 20. So totally 70 pixels. All the four sides will be how much? 555, right? So totally 20 plus 50 is how much? 70 pixel. Okay, and it has been clipped. The text has been clipped. Suppose I'm removing this. The overflow hidden is removed. Let's check now. So see here, the thing is not being clipped. Sorry, that is not being hidden. So it is viewing the text. For that purpose only, we are going for this overflow hidden. If you remove this, so what happened? So again, that is your hidden thing is gone. So next, the text to overflow will be clipped perfectly. Okay. So these are the things you have to use it for text to overflow clip. And again, I'm just copying this, paste it here. I'm changing this to B class. So now I don't want this to be clipped. Okay. I'm just adding some text here. Overflow should be like this. So wait a minute. It's a B class. Or I can go with the. So we'll try this. Ellipsis. So this will definitely they will ask, okay, so what is text flow, text overflow, ellipsis? Because while you are creating some website related to education, so then what happens? Some text will be they will hidden, right? So they will make something the viewer to be the visitor to be more excitable. For that purpose, they will use this ellipsis. So let's check what it is. See here you can see something like this. Okay, the dotted will be added. So I'm extending this to be 100. It will be like this. Okay, understood? Yes. The next one is
Yes, ma'am.
okay, ma'am. So the next one is also the same thing. So these are the ways to hidden the text. So mostly you can use it for any kind of fields. It may be your education website, or you can go with a bank website. You can hide some text in that also, or you can go with the health or hospitalized, whatever the field, or manufacturing, automobile fields, whatever the website you're trying to create. So you would definitely use this type of thing. Okay, so next, now we will learn about what is flex. Okay, so CSS flex concept and CSS this one grid concept. Once we done that, we'll move on to the JavaScript. Okay. I'll remove these. So we already discussed what is flex and grid. Okay, and how we are going to make it as a responsive thing. The first, we need to know what is flex. A flex box is a single dimension. So And so first we'll complete this flex box. Okay, so here it's a single dimension thing, and there are four layouts models. So example, block for the section in the web page, and inline for text, and tables for two-dimensional data, table data. So now we are going to see about the table data. So how we put the images within that. Okay, so the first thing is, see here, this is either row or column. Okay, I'm giving a div class equals to a container. Okay, this is a, see here, I'm going to the okay, I'm going to in the Flipkart website. Okay, so we'll try to design this order. So this is in a row wise, right? So go here. So within this is the outer box. This is the outer container, which is the element within this. It is called as a elements or item. Okay. So inside this container, I'm going to give some div. So div slash div. I'm going to create some multiples. We'll try to import some images. Image src default.jpg, and also I'm giving some width to be 50, height to be some 50. And I'm trying to give color changes for that. So better you go here and dot container. Here you need to mention the display value. So display value is flex. Okay. And if you want to give some colors also, you can give. So background color, floral. Okay. So let's check. See here, this is the way it will arrange your elements. And also see here, I don't want to, merge all these images to be something it is so thick, that is very small in size, right? So I'm increasing this value to 100. Okay, just giving it as 100. And now we'll say the images has been increased. Okay, so now I need some space between each and every images. Can anyone tell me how can we give the space for each and every images? So I want little bit space in between. How it can be done? Yes. Guys, please don't leave the session. Okay, so I already told you about the importance what we are learning. So please be connected. Your attendance will be calculated. Yes, how we can give the space? Let's see here. Just giving some class name. Okay. For every images, I'm giving the same class names. So now for dot A, I'm giving some paddings and margin value. Padding, I'm giving some 30 pixels. Let's check. So you can see the spaces between all these padding values. Okay. So understood, ma? So how we are trying to create this things? Yes or no? Have you understood the flex concept? Display flex? Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you can hear me, right? So, did you understand with this concept? Do you have any question in this? So, have you understood with the concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, the next thing is we are going to create a direction. So, already it is in flex direction. We have two direction. One is row wise, another one is column wise. If I am giving it as a column, with this output, see here. Now it has been displayed in a column wise. Okay, this is in a column wise. And if you want to mention it as in a row wise, it will be considered in a row wise manner. Okay, these are the two values which we have in the flex directions. Row, either row or column. Okay, and also we have some properties like column reverse and row reverse. If you want to do that also, you can do it. And the next one is a flex wrap. Okay, I'm going to give some multiple images. Okay, see it is the out of the box, correct? What I'm going to do is, so this is a default thing. We have two values for flex wrap. So one is wrap. We can wrap it like this. So this is a one type of interview questions. So what they will ask is, how will you achieve, how can you display the things using a two-dimensional? How will you display it in a two-dimensional? Example, rows and columns. We can achieve this using a flex wrap. Okay, so using a flex wrap, we can achieve this concept. Okay, and next, if you give a no wrap, so what happened? It will be exceeded. So you will have some horizontal bar. This should not be used because this is a hacking. Okay, you should never get a horizontal scroll. You can get a vertical scroll bar, but you should not get any horizontal scroll bar. Okay, while you are designing a web page. Hope you guys understood what it is. See here. So what are the properties is flex direction, and we have something called flex wrap. In flex wrap, we have two things: flex no wrap and wrap concept. And then so we have something called as a justify content property. So what it will do is it will align your text within the that is box. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just deleting all these things. Okay, just deleting this. Here we have some properties. Value, that is center, and flex start, flex end, and space around, space between. Okay, these are the values we will use. First, we'll see about a justify center. Go to the code. So here, this place here itself, I'm going to define. Just remove all these things. Just give it a justify hyphen content. So note all these things. So you will surely use it in the Bootstrap framework. Okay. So I'm giving it as a center. See here your images has been centerized. Can you see this? Yes or no? So you are that is this is your container. This is your element. This element has been placed within the container in a centerized place. If I change that value to be flex start, so what happened? It starts from the that is your container box. And next, if I give end, it goes to the end part. If I give something called a space around, so it will the length will be like this. See here, this will be calculated like this. If example, I'm taking this space to be a 1 centimeter. Okay, and here it will be like after this it will be 1 centimeter, and before this it is 1 centimeter. So totally this will be considered as a 2 centimeter space. So for example, I'm saying, okay, this is how it will be calculated, space around. And if I'm giving it as a space evenly, now you can see the equal space will be occupied here. So if it is a 2 centimeter, here also this will also be a 2 centimeter, and it goes on. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, and I have one more thing, that is space between. So this is a between will be the same equalized space. So between will have the same equalized space. Guys, are you guys are getting what I'm trying to say? So give thumbs up. Did you understand what's the concept is all about? Did you understand what is flex, guys? Any one of you tell me? Yes, guys, anyone tell me what is flex? Is what is flex box? It's a single or that is two dimension. Yes.
Ma'am, repeat once again, ma'am.
Okay, what is flex box? It is a two dimension or single dimension.
Singer, ma'am.
Good. Okay, thank you. So now we will continue with the this thing, that is align content. So we'll check what is align content. So align items and align content is there. So first we'll go with the align item. So align item is align the flex item. So inside we have a, right? So that class name is going to be aligned. So how we are going to align? So let's go to align that item in a vertical manner. So as of now, we know what is justify content. It will align the items in the horizontal manner. Okay, it aligns in a horizontal manner. But see, align items. It aligns vertical manner. Okay, so the values are, we have the same values like center, like start. So goes on like this. Okay, just go here. For this, you need to mention the height because it is in horizontal way, right? So I will give the height as some 300 pixels, and then align hyphen items. Enter. Just refresh this. Uh, Make it very clear. So display in flex and background color. Align items. So height is some 300. So I'll increase this some 800. See here, it is in the center part. Am I right? So it is placed vertically, it is in center. Okay. If I'm using here as a flex start. Flex start means it starts at the top. And flex end is again, it will be in the end place. So this is how you will use the justify content. Okay. So the same values we are applied. So space around is there, space between is there. So let's check. This is space around. Use space between. So there will not be a much difference between the space between and space around. Okay, for this one. And now we need to understand. Okay, we need to just know. Sorry, in this align items, we don't have any space around and space between. Sorry, for justify content alone, you will have. So here we need, we have something called center, flex start, and flex in. So we have something called as stretch. So whatever the height you give, just it will get extended. So what happened? Stretch background color. So change this to be some 300. Better I'll give something for this anchor tag, that is A tag. So For div depends on div, and I'll give some width for this. So already there is a width for height and this one. We'll check it in the inspect why it is not accepting the stretch value. Display block property prevents align items from having an effect. Okay. Okay, okay, that is the reason. So we'll make this img will be a display inline block. Okay, I'll check this, let you know why I'm not getting a see here. If I give some paragraphs, it will get stretched. If I'm copying this, see here. Okay, I don't have an image. So image is actually a inline element. Okay, if it is a block element, it can be stretched. So I'm giving a paragraph slash paragraph. Okay, and I'm giving some text. Let me. Okay, so this is my text, and I'm giving some width and height. So style equals to width. It's going to be some 100 pixel, and the height is going to be some 100 pixels. We'll give some background color for this. I'll remove this height. Okay, the stitch alone, I'll tell you, ma. Okay, so we'll do it in a different way. Actually, the stitch works, so we'll have some different example for this. Better I'll delete this. Okay, I'll create some simple container, viv, and I'll give the class name as container. Okay, and here I'll give some div tags, and I'll name this. Okay, there are some four elements I have. So now what I'm trying to do is for this dot container, I'm going to display this one as a display flex. Okay. And next one is I'm giving some height. So height to be some 300 pixels and align hyphen items. It's going to be a stretch. And I'm giving some background color, blue. The next one is dot container. I'm going to apply it for the all the other child elements. Okay. For child elements, and I'm giving some background color, colon. So the color name, let it be pink, and width I'm giving to be some 100 pixels. If you want to give some margin, you can specify, otherwise don't want. Okay, that's all. So let it be some 200, and I'm changing this to be with, if you want to give some margin, I'm specifying margin also. So margin to be 10 pixel and text hyphen align. Background is correct, right? So background color and align the center and line height should be 75 pixels. So these are all the those CSS properties. Font size 30 pixels. Okay. Spelling wrong. Container. So now you can see the stretch value. So this is how we will do the stretch. I hope everyone clear with this concept. Yes or no? Yes, guys. Did you understand what is align item stretch? So it will stretch the element according to their parent element. So how the parent element is? So parent element is having some 200 height. So it is stretching till 200. You remove this also, you can check. Second. See here, this is how it will get stretched. So I'll try to import some images. So if you put images, it will not get stretched because it is a inline. Okay. So mostly we should use that. What is that? A block level element. Okay. And next is align content. So we'll see what is align content. Give it a minute. Once again. Okay, ma'am. So now I'll just copy the previous example for you guys. Okay, next we'll see about the align content property. Align, content property is nothing but you're trying to, create a page that should be aligned in a line wise. It will not be considered in a different way. Okay. So just this alone, you go through and come for the next week because it is same like justify content and align items. Okay. And I will tell you one interview questions. So how to place the your element in a center. Okay, just I'll remove this. So this has been asked in the interview. Okay, just make a note of it. How will you place your that is your images or whatever it may be? Okay, you just want to place it in a center of your page. Okay, so you can place it using a flex. So the thing is, first one is I'm just creating or I'm just giving a class name as a. Okay, and inside this I'm going to have some empty container. Sorry, I'm going to place this in a center. So the first thing is just remove all these. The first one is a display flex. So it's going to be a flex, right? So now I'm going to place it in the center. So justify content center is what it will do. Horizontally, it place the element in a center. And the next one is align item. So align item is it will place the item vertically centered. Okay. And for the align item, I need to mention the height, right? So height would be some 400 pixels. And if you want to set some background color, yes, you can do that. So I'm giving it as green. And here, this is going to be A, right? So inside this, I'm giving a background color as some pink color. That is text color going to be, I don't want any text to be presented here. So it's width of that empty container. It should be some 100 or 150 pixel, and height should be some 150 pixels. Okay, let's check what will be the output. Wait a minute, let me check once again. Okay, I need to apply all the div here. Change some values and check. Justify content and align hyphen item center. Background color. So this is A. Okay, sorry. Here it is A. Here it is dot A. So now you can see within the width. So if you increase the width also, it will be in the center place. So this is asked in the interview. Okay, so I'm just increasing the height 600. And now also it is in the center place. You can also increase the width of this. Clear everyone? How to center the image? Yes or no? So you have to so if they ask how will you perfectly center your text or images, so you should mention that you will use two properties in the flex display flex. One is justify content and the align items. So both should be the center values. Clear guys?
Yes,
Yes or
ma'am.
no? Okay, good. So next we'll see about, so as of now we know how to do place the elements using a parent container. Now we are going to learn about something called as a child elements. Okay, so here let's item property, that is child properties. Okay, so there are something called order, flex grow, and then flex string and flex and align self. Okay, so these are the different properties you are going to use for the flex items. Okay, for the child elements. Let's see how we'll do this. First one is order. So if you want to place some elements in a order wise, okay, I have an element something called as A, B, C, D, and I just want to replace all the images or a text, then I can easily go with the order property. I don't want to copy and paste each and everything. Just I can give this property and then value. Just go up. So here I'm just going to give this output of this. Okay. So now I'm giving some container value. Okay. So let it take A, copy this, B, and C, and D. Okay. So changes to B, C, here it is D. So we'll check the output. Okay, this is how it is placed. Okay. So now what I'm trying to do is, so I'll remove all these things. Don't want this. And also I want some padding for each and every element. So padding is, so this is what it will be. And you can also give some margin values. Okay, so A, B, C, D is there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange all these items. So how I'm going to arrange, just I'm going to give the values for this. So go here and give a style attribute. Within this, the order, it should be, I'm giving it as a 3. Okay, and here, so the style attribute, it's going to be order hyphen, sorry, that is colon 2. So there are totally 4 elements. I'm just swapping it. Okay. So style, order, colon, let it be some 4 or 1, giving 4, and style, order, maybe 1. Let's check. See here, every element has been changed. Look at this example. The first one is it is in order 3, that is A will be in order 3. So it will be placed in the order 3, and others has been changed as well. Okay, this is one of the property for a child element. And one more thing is called as a flex group. So flex grow is nothing but we have some different values. So for example, here I have some 4 values, right? So let me remove this order. So in this order, what I'm going to give is I'm giving it as a flex hyphen grow. Okay. So the values, if you give something called as 1, 2, or 3. So totally I have 4, right? So um, I'm giving it as a 8. The value was 8. And here flex grow should be 1. Once I complete, I'll let you know what it is. Okay. See here, it will calculate the width, okay, equalizely. So, example, if I'm giving this to be 8 or some 10, so just see here, so this has been increased. So can you see the grow, right? So it has been moved, that is, it has been extended as width. It has been grow when we compare to the B and C values. Okay, that's what we are trying to calculate here. So we give 1 and here 8. You can see the difference. So it is, so if you right click and go to the inspect, just click on this, click this element, it is 181 into 280. So it is has been calculated in this way. Okay, so to for the better understanding, we can remove this width and height. So now it is very clear how your B container, that is FlexGrow, has been increased. So FlexGrow is 8, and if you give some 6 here, what happens? So this will be like this. So this how you can increase your element. So you, for instance, if you have some certain images and you're trying to have some shopping website, so in that what you will do is in the different images you think that the the presses which is going to be sale on this Pongal. So what we will do, we will have that as a main picture, and you can make it as a group. Okay, so for that purpose we are going this flex group. And what is flush string? So string will, if you give the string value as 0, what happen is it will get that is, it will not get string. So this is a main thing. So how much your flex item will strings relate to the rest of the flex items. Clear, ma? So these are the important things which we learned today. And one more thing is something called as a align self property. So align self property is if you are trying to align the element within the container. So example, go here and just delete all these things. Here I'm giving align self. So it's a property which I'm trying to give. So align hyphen self colon flex start. And this is flex end is to be center. So now we'll check the value. Before that, you need to mention the some height of this one. So it is will be like this. So it is in flex start, and this is in flex end, and this is flex center, and this is flex start. Okay, this is how we can make it zigzag. Yes or no? Is understood with the flex concept. So we have learned what is flex box. Okay, so what you have learned. So we know what is flex box and what are the properties we have for the parent container. Parent container, what it has. So how we will align the item. So flex direction, that is row and column, and flex wrap, that is called wrap and no wrap. And we have something called as uh, this align, how to align the item. So justify item is to align the item. Justify content is to align the element within the container in a horizontal manner. But when it comes to one vertical, we will use to give some height for that and use the property as align items. Okay, and next one is your child items, child properties. So that is nothing but we have something called flex grow, flex shrink, and flex the order values and align flex. So these are the properties for the child elements. And if you want to centerize your text or image, what you will do, so you will use, what you will use, any one of you, can you tell me how will you center your image or your thing, or whatever it is, maybe element or table, whatever it may be? Yes, Tunga, Geeta Sri Ramya. I think this is a new name, Geeta Sri Ramya. Geeta. Yes, how will you center the elements perfectly centerized? This is an interview question, I already told you, right? So what is the answer, ma? Any one of you? Are you there, guys? Everyone, can you hear me? So give thumbs up. Are you there? Okay, good. So no worries. You can do some different activities. So I already told you. So we need to do some capstone projects, right? For that, we need to learn so many things. Okay. Then only it will be easy for your interview purpose. Okay, the next thing is we will learn about a grid layout. So grid is nothing but it's a two dimension or single dimension grid.
Two dimension.
Good. So it automatically um, make arranges between the rows and columns. We don't want to use a flex wrap here. Okay, we can directly use a display grid so that it be placed one after another. Okay, so let's check. So how will going to create this? This is grid two dimension. Okay, so here how we will design the grid layout. So let's check. We don't want to give any flex directions and wrap here. We'll remove these things. Where I'm giving some text here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to align this. So Amazon website we have seen something, right? The same thing we are going to do here. So display going to be a grid. So and I don't want any height. I've given a background color. So now here, see here, I'll go to this Amazon website. Okay, in this picture, the out box is this. This is a container, and within this, it is an element. Okay, so one, two, three, four elements are there. Now, can anyone tell me how many columns are there? How many columns and how many rows are there in this image, in this particular container? Yes. So, how many columns are there in this image? Yes, how many columns are there, ma? In this particular container, I'm asking.
Four, ma'am.
So, four columns are there. Any other? No, no answers. Okay, so I'll tell you. See here, this is one column. Okay, this is one column, and this is the another column. So totally we have two columns here. And how many rows? One and two rows are there. Okay, so two columns and two rows are there. So now I will design this. So now what you have to do is just go here and you need to mention so how many columns you have. Okay, so I have totally two columns, right? So grid template. So the property is grid template column. So column is how much columns are there? How many columns are there? Two columns are there. So I'm giving, you can give a values or you can use a default thing. So auto means auto, it will calculate with automatically. Okay, just giving auto, or I can go with four columns. Okay, so four columns. So now, and if you want to mention some padding value, you can also do that. I'm giving some 20 pixels, and for each and every elements which is presented within the container box, you can also give a color for that. So what I'm doing is a colon div. So within this I'm giving some border, but I want the border for the child elements. Okay, so 2 pixel dashed, and color is some red. Padding, okay, already mentioned. So this is how it will be get placed. Is everyone clear with this concept? So how the grid elements are placed? So we don't want to mention anything. So see here, and again, if I'm trying to change this auto template to be three values, what happened? How many columns will be there? So it will come down. So totally I have three columns, 1, 2, and 3, and rows are 1, 2, and 3. I don't want three columns. I just want only need two columns. What happened? So I can refresh and check. So only two columns are there. So totally I have four rows. And you can also increase the width of your row. Okay, so templates hyphen rows. So here I'm getting, guys, if you're getting confused also, don't worry, you can ask me questions at any time. Okay, and also I will send you this notes and recording session to your WhatsApp, that is group. So you can make sure, and in your free times also you can just go through this videos also. Okay, so first one is I'm giving some 100 pixel, and for the how many rows are there, totally I have four rows. For first row I'm giving 100 pixels, second row I'm giving some 200 pixels, third row I'm giving 300 pixels, fourth row I'm just giving a 400 pixels. So let's check. See here, this is 100, 200, and 300 and 400. Okay, so understood or not?
Understood, ma'am.
Okay, ma. So next is we'll learn how many the column gaps we need to have. So this is a column gap, right? So and row gaps. So row gaps and column gaps. So go to the notes. The first thing is I'm going to give some column gaps. Okay. Instead of I'm changing this to be three autos now. So if we want to give the template rows, leave as it is. So here I want some column gap. So column hyphen gap. Column hyphen gap is some, I'm giving some 60 pixels. Okay. See here it is some 50 pixels. Again, I'm trying to decrease it. So this is how it will be calculated, the column gaps. Okay. And if you're trying to give some, row gaps. So for row gaps again, and I'm trying to increase the values like 100 pixels. See, the row gap is 100 pixels. Okay. So this is how we can give, or otherwise we have some shorthand property, that is nothing but We can directly give a gap and we can give some two values. So 100 pixels and 300 pixels. Okay, this is how it will get placed. Hope you guys understood what is display grid and grid template. So these are the properties you're going to use. I'll mention it down. Grid, templates, columns, grid, template, rows, and then we have something called as gap, this column gap, row gap, and then gap is, so you need to mention the row and then column. Okay, so now we will see the grid line space. So how will you give lines between the columns? Okay, so the lines between the columns, it is called as a space. So see here, if you want to, if you're trying to span something, so that is called as a grid lines. Okay, so first one is grid column start and grid column end, and then grid row start, grid row end. Okay, so these are the values we are going to see. See here. So let's take, I want this JSP to be displayed from the row 1, 2, and 3. So let it be like this. I'll remove all these things. I'll remove this one. Okay. So now what I'm going to give is, I'm going to mention the gap like to be some 10 pixels. Okay. And here I'm going to use the start column and end column, right? So how I'm going to give is for the first element. So I'm just going to change the class name for this JSP. Okay. So I'm going to give provide uh, class name for this as a B. So for dot B alone, I'm going to extend the line. See here, my start line, the grid start, sorry, grid column start is to be 1 from the first line to, it should extend still grid row start, sorry, column end should be some 3. So this is how it will be get printed. So what you need to do is, you need to give a grid column start. Now I want to extend this to be a row column react. So go to that react. I'm giving a class name as class equals to some C. Okay, so go here, give dot C. Within this curly braces, need to mention grid row start as 2. Why? Because see here, this is the first line, this is the second line, and this is third line. So row start from 2 and grid column row end. So till 3, 4, and 5. So this is how it will get printed. I hope everyone would have understood what it is, correct? Did you understand what is grid lines? Okay, there are very simple thing. So you need to learn. Okay, you have to learn. See here, what are the things you need to mention is, you should know is grid template columns, and you have to mention display grid. Okay, and grid template column row and column gaps, row gaps, and gap is a shortened property of row and column, and this is for the grid lines for a span. For spanning purpose, we are using this. So tables, we have used some spans, right? So the same concept. Any doubts in this? Just go through this. Please let me know if there is any doubt. If there is no doubts, please let me know. We'll start with the second next topic. Otherwise, if you have any questions, please tell. Any doubts, guys? No? Have you understood what it is? Yes, are you there, guys? Komala, Pravalika
Yes, ma'am.
has understood everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, okay. So, you have any doubts, please reach out to me. Okay, so after, if you used to check with the videos also, I will share it today itself. Okay, and because we'll having some 1 week of time, so people are attending the classes on Mondays alone, right? So we'll be having a free times on Tuesday to uh, next Monday. Okay, so please just go through the things. If you have any doubts, yes,
Ma'am, Pravallika, double L, ma'am.
double L. Okay, but you have not attended the classes in the morning session, Pravalika.
No, ma'am, attended, ma'am.
But you didn't give your name in the morning session. Okay. Okay. So we'll continue with. So as of now, we know how to create a CSS. Okay, CSS, using CSS, how we can create a page. Okay. So we'll see some simple page using CSS. Okay. Once we complete, we'll move on to the JavaScript if possible, because we have some half an hour. So we'll complete the some live project how we can design using CSS. Okay. So give me 1 minute. Please be connected. Okay, guys. I think we have so far covered with CSS topics. Okay, still, if you have any kind of doubts, you can ask me. Okay, today we'll start with JavaScript. Okay, so as of now, I'll tell you what are the topics we have covered. Okay, CSS basics, and also one more thing, you can also use some pseudo classes. See here. Uh, okay, for this one, I'm using a pseudo element for the B one. Okay, so go here, giving for the B class first line. Better, I'll remove this. Wait a minute. I'll create some just an empty paragraph. Okay, so slash paragraph because I don't have any paragraph element. I'm giving some text. Random. So for this paragraph, I'm just going to give a pseudo element. Pseudo elements is nothing but if you're trying to change something on your text, uh, some properties, then you can go with the pseudo elements. For this paragraph, I'm going to change the first line or first character. Guys, please don't get disconnected. We'll have the session till 4:30. Okay, not 4 o'clock. It is 4:30. So please be connected. Don't leave the session. Okay, sorry. It is first letter. Okay, I'm going to just change the first letter alone. I want that letter to be the first letter is G, right? So I want this G to be some different thing. I'm giving some background color for that is red, and the color to be some blue, and the font size should be some 70 pixels. Okay, let's check what happens. Can you see this, ma? The first letter alone, it has been changed. It has been changed to the mentioned thing. Okay. For that purpose, we are going for the pseudo elements. We have multiple pseudo elements. Uh, we have some more text. Go here. Just copy this. I'm changing this to some paragraph. Okay. Now I'm trying to give all these things for my first line. So just I have a big list of words. Now I'm just applying for the first line alone. So how it happens, let's check. See here for first line alone, so it has been changed. I hope everyone clear what is pseudo elements. Yes or no? And most probably you will use this before thing. So okay, let's check. This is my paragraph. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some, images before this paragraph. So how will you do that? So just go here before and add some images. Okay, so image in the sense, the property is you have to use content colon URL. So you need to mention the values here. Okay, so what is the value you are going to give? So that you have to mention. So value is my image is default.jpg. Okay, the image is very large, but it is before the text. Okay, so and also you can add like this after. So what happened? Your text is in the front and the images will be at the bottom. Yes. So this is mostly you will use after and before. Okay. So and also today we'll come to know about some JavaScript. So what is JavaScript and what are the things we are going to learn? Okay, first we'll go with the PPT. So give me 1 minute. Guys, you people didn't say the screen has not been shared. Are you all listening? Yes, Vidyavadi, Sai Ramya, have you all listening, guys? So I've stopped the sharing, but you people are so silent. Just 1 minute. Yes, everyone is there, guys. Did you understand what is pseudo elements? What is pseudo element? Yes, Dakshayani. What is pseudo element? Yes, what is pseudo element, ma? What is pseudo element? Any one of you?
Ma'am, please repeat once again, ma'am. Concept.
Okay. So 1 second. So pseudo element is nothing but, see here. So this is going to be a selector. So it may be a paragraph element, or it may be a, your class, or it may be a ID, whatever it may be. You can mention here, and this is your pseudo elements. So you can mention whatever you want. So see here, just giving this to be a first line or first letter. Okay. Go here and just change this to mm, giving some background color. This to be some green, and the text color should be some red, and I'm increasing font size. So whatever the property you're going to specify, you just can give here 90 pixel. Okay, so you can give whatever the thing, but you're going to make some changes for your particular thing. This is mostly used in the newspapers. You might have seen this. Let's go to the output and check. So see the first character. So it is in background color is green and the text has been increased to some 90 pixels. And the text color is in red. Are you clear with this concept, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is how we will do. So there are different pseudo elements we have. So the one thing is a first line and first letter. So if I'm changing this to first line, what happened? So all the lines which is presented first, it will be in the font color and the background color and the font size has been increased. Okay, this is called as a pseudo elements. Okay, and now we'll learn what are the basics of JavaScript. As we know, what is CSS, what is internal, external, and inline style sheets, and we know what are the different selectors we have, and we know what is CSS Flex and CSS Grid, and positioning and float concept. Everything is clear. Okay, but still, if you have any sort of doubts, you can reach out back to me. Okay, I'll help you with this. Now, I'll show you what is JavaScript now. See here, this is what we are going to learn. So handling the HTML events, how we are going to handle. This is a simple picture which is given. So file displayed on your computer. Some file is displaying, right? So request for a file .css. CSS file is requested and you get the output. And what is in this JavaScript, what are the important topics you are going to learn? Okay, so let's see what are the important topics we are going to learn and what are the agenda. Okay, first we should know what are the objective of the particular topic so that we will be very interested to learn things, right? First is HTML events. HTML events is nothing but we have some elements, paragraph or heading, whatever. That element is going to function something. If I click on that element, something is going to appear. For that purpose, we are going to uh, see about this topic. And animations, yes, obviously we did in CSS, but here we have some advanced thing in animations that we are going to do. So previously, what we did, just we move the things and we rotate it and skew and scale everything we did. But here we are going to make some movements for the things as our wish. Okay, and heading element state and data. So how we can fetch the element using JavaScript. Okay, and form handling and validation. So how we are going to handle the forms. So basic validation we already know in a HTML. So basic validation is what? So whatever the empty text box is there, it will throw an error. But here we are going to assign some JavaScript functionality for this one. And how we are going to handling the cookies and session data. See, first thing is wherever you go, what is JavaScript? So this is a question they will ask, right? So the first thing is a scripting language. It's a client scripting language. Okay. So we have something called as a server scripting language. Anyone knows what is server scripting language? Any example? Any idea? The server scripting language, something called as PHP and everything. So that thing is called as in a server scripting, right? So this is called as a client scripting language. So this is a lightweight programming language, and you see, you might have read about Java. From that Java only they have designed this JavaScript. Okay, and so you don't want to purchase anything for this JavaScript. Okay, just intro. So makes a web page more dynamic and interactive. So mostly if you see, if you use HTML and CSS, that will be in a static. You can create a templates. Okay, for that purpose, we will go with the this one, that is HTML and CSS. But for dynamic, if you want to have some changes on your so if you want to make some changes on your website, that is to make some changes on your you know to make your user to be more interactive, then you will use this JavaScript. Okay, and this was developed by Netscape and only executed in the browser. Can execute it only in the browser, and this is not fully featured programming language. This is not like a programming languages which we read C, C++, and Java. This is not a full feature Java. It is programming language. Okay, but the syntax will be a little bit similar to Java. So, and why we use JavaScript? So see here, we don't want to do anything separately in JavaScript. So everything is embedded within HTML files, or you can also create it as an external file. So how we did in a CSS. Or CSS, what we will do for the external file? We'll give a file name as .css, right? The same wise here also we'll give a file name as .js. This is easy to learn, and this is a small programs and performance is good, and event handling can be done, and debugging support is very useful. So if you have some error, you can directly see here, go and right click on the inspect. Okay, in the console part you can see the error if you use a Java script. Okay, and the next one is, so the same thing has been repeated here as well. So how will you capture the input? So mostly whatever the website you go, okay, whatever the website you see, so they definitely have a forms. So they will ask you to sign up. Okay, if you're going to the some banking website, or it may be a shopping website, or it may be some education website, whatever it may be, it will first ask you to sign up. So please sign up. Okay, so for that form, it makes the interactive. See here, so in this we have different elements. So these are all called as an object, HTML objects. Text area, radio buttons, and check boxes, everything. So this is a simple program they have given. See here, this is a normal basic HTML element that is coding. So within this, I have something called as a script element. So within the script element, naming this to be a type attribute, or you might mention this or you don't want to mention. Okay, this is not mandatory. If you don't specify also, you will get out. Okay, so within this I'm going to give something as document.write. If I give like this, I will my coding will get output like this. So see here, so I'll delete all these things. So this is my head element. Okay, this is my body. So in this body element, I'm going to simply give script. I'm going to close the script. Okay, so within the script, I just want to print some name. Mm, Subhana. So I'm going to print the name Subhana. So see here, the Suvana name is printed. For this, what you have to do? Have to simply give the script elements. You can give here, or else you can give it in the head element as well. So you can specify both in head and body. So previously in CSS, what we'll do, if it is a style element, you will only specify in the head element, not in the body element, right? But here you can specify either in head or body, but most preferably you go with the head elements. Okay. And the steps to write Java script. So it is nothing very simple. See here. So this is your document.write, right? So I'll tell you. So in the script element, you need to mention your coding, whatever you want. Okay. So and each and every statement completion should have this semicolon. And if you are going to use some command lines for your notification purpose, so you should use this. Sorry, double slash is a single command line, and then if you're going to use multiple, so if you are going to use multiple lines, then you need to mention like this. So hash star and star hash. Okay. And if I'm trying to create some new file, so let it be document dot write, or I can go with, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some button in my body element. Okay. So you already know what is button element. So button type is equals to be button. Okay, I'm going to use some functions. On click is an event. If I click on that button, something has to be appeared. So here in this attribute, you need to mention the function name. Okay. So I'm giving the button name as click here and slash button. Okay. So in this functionality, I'm going to decide in that different external file. Okay, function keyword. It should be A. I'm giving a function name as A. Okay, just see here. This is your function keyword, and this is a name. Whatever you want to give, just give it. And this is parenthesis. I'm going to have some alert message should be thrown while you're clicking that message, okay, or clicking that button. Mm, hello, welcome to our website. Okay, so now I'm saving this file as mm, button.js. So you need to save this file as .js. Okay, so I'm saving this file, and file save as, I'm going to save this in CSS coding. Okay, so this is a thing. So the function name is a off. Okay, and how I'm going to link to these two things. So using script element. So in the script element, you need to mention some attributes. Okay, the first thing is src. Src, your file name. What is the file name? Button.js. So button button.js, and the type is text slash JavaScript. Text in the sense, the type is text, and the JavaScript is nothing but your that is file name. So what kind of type it is? Format. Format is JavaScript. Okay. So now we'll check, and we need to close this script. Should be open and close. So now you can see some click button. So click here. Happen. So actually there is no error. So let me check whether both the things has been saved. Yes. CSS. Okay. So this is a file. See here. Welcome. Hello. Welcome to our website. Clear, everyone? How to create an external JavaScript file? Yes or no? Give thumbs up if you understood.
Um, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And the next thing is, so these are the some window dialog box. So first we should understand what is window and document. So this is one of the interview questions. If we go for a JavaScript, interviews, they might ask this question. Okay. So what is Windows? Windows and documents. So see here, Windows is nothing but example. I have a frame. Okay, this is my frame. So if it is going to display on this particular things like alert or prompt or conform, so like kind of these things will be displayed on the frames. Okay, it will not be in the viewport, so it will be out of the Windows frame. So that is called as a Windows. So here we have multiple methods. Okay, some methods are alert, conform, prompt. So these are the methods. So either you can give alert method like this, or you have to give it as Windows dot alert. Okay, so either you can give this or this. So let's go and check. So here, I'm going to create some one more thing. So let it be like this. Giving some B function here. I'm going to create a function. So function. So for some time we'll enclose this. Comment out. Okay. So this is a paragraph. I'll give some name here. In this, I'm giving a function name as function of. You can give functions like conform. So conform is a method. Okay. Either you can conform or close the tab. So let's go here. Uh, See here, while I'm clicking on this high text, what I get? So I get a confirmation box. So confirmation box is nothing but it will have some two values. You can click on OK or you can go with the cancel. If I click on OK, it will accept. Otherwise, it will cancel the details. Clear, guys? Once again. Ma, just go through this. I'll be back, okay?